Hi everyone and welcome to Grammar Made Simple by Simple-ESL. And in today's lesson, we are going to start by talking about the present simple tense. This is one of the most important tenses in English because we use it to talk about daily routines and habits, facts and general truths, and things that are always true or true most of the time. So by the end of today's lesson, we'll be able to make positive present simple sentences. We'll be able to make negative sentences using don't and doesn't. And we will also ask and answer questions using do and does. We'll also avoid making some of the common mistakes, forgetting what to end a verb in, for example, or how verbs change depending on the subject. So if you're ready, let's get started. And we're going to start by looking at how to form the present simple. You can see here we are focusing on affirmative sentences. This means positive sentences. So the key rule here, when the subject is I, you, we, they, we use the base form of the verb. The base form means the verb in its normal form that you might see in the dictionary. So for example, to eat, to work, to play, to live. So the structure is simple: subject plus base form of the verb. So let's look at our first example. I eat lunch at noon. Because the subject is I, the verb is eat. So it's the base form of the verb. No extra letters, nothing we need to remember. They work in an office. The subject is they. So once again, we use the base form of the verb. So I, you, we, they, we do not need to add anything. Now, when we're forming the present simple for affirmative sentences, but the subject changes, there is a rule. If it's he, she, or it, we need to add s or es to the verb. So the structure, he, she, it, plus the verb, plus s or es. And it's one of the most important rules when it comes to present simple, because it's also one of the most common mistakes. So, she eats lunch at 2 p.m. The verb is eat, but because the subject is she, we add an s. He studies English every day. This is a little glimpse into something else we're going to talk about in a moment. Because the subject is he, the verb to study must change, must have a third person ending. But notice we don't just add an S. Because it has a different ending, it ends in a consonant plus Y. So we take away the Y, add an I, and add ES. We'll practice these spelling rules later in a section, but for now, remember the core idea. I, you, we, they, base form of the verb. He, she, it, add S or ES. So let's focus on this rule a little bit more with the third person singular. Third person singular means he, she, or it. So we're going to add something to the verb. Most verbs we add S. So eat becomes eats. She eats lunch. If the verb ends in CH, SH, O, SS, X, or Z, we add something different. We add ES. So the verb to watch ends in a CH. So we add an ES. She watches TV. So an extra syllable comes in. So not she watch TV or she watches TV with just an S. She watches TV. This is because these verbs already have a strong sound. The endings have a strong sound. Sh, sh, tss. These are strong sounds at the end. So it makes it easier to pronounce. Verbs ending in a consonant plus Y. We saw this on the last slide. We would take away the Y, would add I plus ES. So she studies English. Because here we've taken away the Y for study, added IES. She studies English. So here are some common mistakes with S and ES. This is important because these mistakes are things that happen a lot with learners and they make all the time, even at higher levels. So the good news is once you understand the problem, it'll be easy to fix. He watched TV. This is wrong because the subject is he, so we need the third person ending. He watches TV. So the verb to watch, CH is the end, so add ES. She go to work. So this example ends in an O, so we need to add ES. She goes to work. Now let's take a little look at a very important verb in English, the verb to be. So the verb to be is an irregular verb. This means it doesn't follow the normal pattern that we just went over. So we don't use the base form of the verb. We also don't add S or ES. Instead, the whole word changes. So be changes form depending on the subject. And the only way you can know this is by practicing and learning it. So I am. So the verb to be with I turns to am. This can also be shortened to I'm. You are. So you are a chef. So with you, be becomes are. He is, she is, or it is. So he is happy. So be becomes is. And with we and they, we use are again. So I, we have am. You, we have are. He, she, it is. We, they are. And this is one you need to memorize because it doesn't follow the usual rules. So you have to try to remember this going forward. And we can see the structure on the screen here. So this is an easy way for you to look at it and remember the irregular verb to be. So it changes depending on the subject. So have a look at the table below. Memorize this because we will be using it in the future and it will help you with your worksheets. And we're going to also look at the verb to have. So just like be, the verb to have is a bit special in the present simple. It's irregular because he, she, and it, we don't say have. Instead, we say has. So I, you, we, they have. He, she, it has. So I have a car. She has a dog. The subject is she, so we say she has. They have a new baby. So the common mistake here is to say he have, she have. So remember, when it's he, she, or it, we use has. When we use I, you, we, they, we say have. So he have a car. He has a car. So we're going to look at some more common mistakes for the present simple. So she like pizza. So the mistake here is forgetting that there's an S or ES that needs to be added. The verb to like needs to change because it's the third person singular. It's he, she, or it. So she likes pizza. I do eat breakfast at 8 a.m. This one is interesting because do is a real verb in English, but in the present simple, we normally use do or does for questions or negatives, not for normal positive sentences. So adding do feels a little redundant. It's not really needed. So we could just say, I eat breakfast at 8 a.m. So now you know when you use the verb do in positive sentences, sometimes it can be used for extra emphasis. So if someone said, do you really eat breakfast? You could say, I do eat breakfast, because it's really true. But in most common types of English speech, we wouldn't use do. It's just unnecessary. So we can just say, I eat breakfast. And we're going to work on some gap fill here. So now it's your turn. On this slide, we have a short gap fill activity. Your job is to complete the sentence with the correct present simple form using the verb in the bracket. So before we start, key rules. I, you, we, they, base form of the verb. He, she, or it, we add s or es. Don't forget those endings. Okay. Have becomes has for he, she, and it, and be changes form depending on the subject. Am, is, or are. Let's get started. He go to school every day. The subject is he, so we need the third person form. Go ends in an O, so we add es. He goes to school every day. They have 2 cats. The subject is they, so we use have or has. It's have. They have 2 cats. I watch TV every evening. So the subject is I, so we need the base form of the verb, or do we add s and es? It's the base form of the verb. I watch TV every evening. She finished work at 6 p.m. So the subject is she, so we need the third person ending. The verb finishes with sh, so we add s or es. We add es. She finishes work at 6 p.m. We be best friends. So the subject is we, so we need the correct form of the verb to be. It's are. We are best friends. So well done with that. We're going to move on to our next activity. And I want you to find the mistakes and write the correct sentence. So this is a good one to improve your grammar because it trains your brain to spot the mistakes and fix them quickly. He go to work at 9 a.m. The subject is he, so we need the third person verb ending. He goes to work at 9 a.m. Remember, go ends in O, so we need to add es. They has 2 cars. Is this correct? The verb is to have, but the subject is they. They have 2 cars. Only he, she, or it uses has. She watched TV every night. So the subject is she. So we need a third person ending. Watch ends in ch. She watches TV every night. I am a student. You is a teacher. The first part is correct. I am a student. Fantastic. The second part is wrong. How do we change the verb to be? You is a teacher. You are a teacher. We be happy together. Here the verb is to be, and with we need are. We are happy together. So good work practicing this. If you made any mistakes, go back through the lesson. Remember these rules for using the present simple and how the verbs change depending on the subject. And I would like you to move on to a short writing task. This activity is to help you use the present simple in a more personal, real-life way. So I want you to write 5 sentences about your daily routine using the present simple. So you could say things that you do every day or most days. And I'm going to give you some examples as well. I wake up early. I have breakfast in the kitchen. I go to work in the morning. I come home in the evening. I watch TV or read before bed. Your sentences don't need to be long, they just need to be correct. And don't forget, we're using the subject I. So do we add s? No. If the subject was he, she, or it, would we add s or es? Yes. So if you'd like some more practice, you could write about someone else's routine. You could say his routine. So what does he do? He wakes up. He eats breakfast. So if you want a little additional practice task, that's something you can do. And we're also going to try using this in discussion and real conversation, especially for questions and short answers. So that's what we're going to practice here. What time do you wake up? These are all present simple questions, so they use do. Now, the pattern for using do, it's do plus the subject plus the base form of the verb. So, for example, do you work? Not you work or are you work. We also say, do you wake up? So, model answer to this, I wake up at 7 a.m. or I wake up early. Where do you work? I work in an office. I work at a school. I work from home. Or you could say, I don't work at the moment. What would your answer be for this question? What do you eat for breakfast? You could say, I eat cereal for breakfast. I eat toast and eggs. I don't eat breakfast. Notice after do, the verb stays in the base form, even in the question. So, do you eat, not do you eats. Do you play a sport? Yes, I do. I play football. No, I don't. I don't play any sports. And you can add some more detail if you'd like, saying, I play football on Saturdays. I go to the gym twice a week. So remember, after do, we use the base form of the verb. Do you play, not do you plays. And if it's negative, we use do not or don't. So no, I don't. So pause the video here, answer some questions out loud. And if you're practicing or studying with a partner, take turns asking and answering. When you're ready, we'll finish the lesson with a quick summary. So we've been through quite a lot today around the present simple. So what have we learned? We have learned how to describe habits, facts, and routines. So the tense in perfect for daily life, like what you do every day, what's always true, what happens regularly. We practice the grammar rules. So he, she, and it, we usually add s or es. But we have learned some irregular verbs like be and to have in the present simple. And these have their own set of rules. And we also went through some common mistakes and tried to avoid missing s's or adding do to affirmative or positive sentences. If you would like to improve quickly or you would like additional help, this course is available on Simple-ESL on the Patreon page. Of course, you can join us for free, but if you join the Patreon page, you get the bonus worksheet, the bonus workbook. You also get access to all of the worksheets that go with the lesson. And if you want money off one-to-one tutoring, you can find this on our Patreon. So scan the QR code, use the link in the description, or use allmylinks.com/SimpleESL21 to see everything we offer. And we will see you in the next Grammar Made Simple lesson as we continue this course and try to make learning English and learning grammar simple for you. Have a wonderful day.